right, you guys, welcome to Keeping It Raw podcast. We got a special video for you guys on today. We're going to talk about the quarterbacks in the Pac-12. It is a lot of quarterbacks this season, and the Pac-12 is loaded with some of the most talented quarterbacks in the nation. Now, you may know some of these guys or you may not know them, but I'm going to talk about these guys on today because the Pac-12 is probably the most loaded I have ever seen at the quarterback position. Now, number one, I'm going to talk about their stats and things of that nature. So we're going to get right into it because these boys can play. Shedeur Sanders at Jackson State last season. Shedeur had 3,732 yards passing with 40 touchdowns, and he only threw 6 interceptions. He had a completion percentage of 70.6. So Shedeur Sanders was balling. And I can't really wait to see what Shedeur is able to do at a Power 5 school, because a lot of you may not know, but Shedeur Sanders had a lot of offers from a lot of big schools before he decided to take his talents to Jackson State. He could have went to a lot of big schools. I think he was committed to FAU, to be exact. I think he was committed to them, and then he ended up decommitting to those guys and ended up going to Jackson State, where his father was the coach. And you already know who his father is, Deion Sanders, Prime Time himself, Coach Prime. And I can't wait to see the season coming up, man. All eyes will be on Colorado to see if they'll be able to turn that program around and things of that nature. But Shedeur Sanders, definitely I will have my eyes on him to see what he's able to do. A lot of people say that Shedeur Sanders have a great opportunity and chance to win the Heisman. So you know all eyes is going to be on Shedeur Sanders to see what he can do with the quarterback position. Okay, I definitely got to talk about this guy, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was the Heisman Trophy winner. He went out and balled this season. His stats was off the chart, whether he was doing it with his legs or with his arm. Caleb Williams was on fire this season. Caleb Williams had 4,537 yards passing, 42 touchdown passes with only 5 interceptions. He had a completion percentage of 66.6. So pretty much, man, Caleb Williams was balling last year. We already know that Caleb Williams is capable of winning another Heisman and running it back. He's definitely going to be one of the most sought-after quarterbacks coming up in the NFL draft in 2024. And, man, the talent is there. This dude has everything that you want at the quarterback position. I'm sure that there's things that he needs to work on this season, clean up his game a little bit. And I think that sky's is the limit, man. This dude could end up going back-to-back with Heisman Trophy. So you just never know. But the talent is there with Caleb Williams, and I can't wait to see what he does this season for an encore. All right, we got to talk about the leading passer of the nation, Michael Penix. Now, I was kind of surprised. I thought that Michael Penix was going to go into the NFL because he had a great season, man. And I thought that he would follow through and go to the NFL. And he decided to stay back at Washington for another season. So you know a lot of people are going to be looking at him, because once you decided to go back to school, now it's like, you know, what are you going to do when you get back? Are you going to put up even greater numbers than what you put up this season? Sometimes quarterbacks go back to school and they don't have the same season that they had the year before. So maybe he may fall off a little bit, or maybe he may even get to 5,000 yards passing. You just never know. But Michael Penix definitely is a talent, and I can't wait to see what this quarterback does in 2023. All right, next quarterback up. You may know him, Cam Rising out of Utah. Definitely a talented quarterback, dual threat quarterback, can do it all. Cam Rising passed for last year 3,034 yards with 26 touchdowns, and also he threw 8 picks, and also his completion percentage was 64.7. So Cam Rising had a solid season for Utah. And I think Utah ended up winning the Pac-12 championship. So definitely, man, a lot of eyes are going to be on Cam Rising. It is going to be a lot of quarterbacks coming out. If you want a quarterback next season in the NFL draft, there's going to be a plethora of quarterbacks coming out next season, and you might just be able to have the choice of who you want to draft. But definitely Cam Rising is definitely a talented quarterback, and I can't wait to see what he does for an encore as well in 2023. All right, my next quarterback up, I want to talk about Bo Nix. Bo Nix definitely had a resurgent year, ended up transferring from Auburn over to Oregon, had his best collegiate season last season. I thought that Bo Nix would definitely enter the draft this season, but he decided to stay back for one more season with Oregon. So I want to see if he gets better. Now, he was off the charts as far as completing the football. He had the highest completion percentage out of all of the quarterbacks here. He completed 71.9. So we're talking about almost 70, well, pretty much 72. He completed 72% of his passes last season. He ended up with 3,593 yards passing with 29 touchdowns, and he also threw 7 interceptions as well. So Bo Nix definitely was off the chart. Ended up winning his bowl game against Drake May too as well. That was a great game. I love watching that game. And definitely, man, Bo Nix is a talented quarterback as well. Also a dual threat quarterback as well. And a lot of these quarterbacks on here are dual threat quarterbacks. And then I want to talk about the quarterback that nobody probably knows from Arizona, Jayden Delora. He was off the charts for Arizona last season, and he put up some great numbers too as well. Delora had 3,000 yards passing for 685 and 25 touchdowns with 13 interceptions. So he probably wants to clean up his interception and his turnovers, but he did have a great season for the Arizona Wildcats, because you don't really see that often out of quarterback out of Arizona putting up numbers like how he did. Now, his completion percentage was around 62.5, so he probably wanted to get a little bit better, complete more of his passes and things of that nature. And you always have something that you can work on and that you can get better on. And I definitely think that Jayden Delora is one of those kids that can do that. Now, he also is a dual threat quarterback as well, but he looks to stand in the pocket first and deliver the football. So in 2023, all eyes will be on him as well to see will he have another great season for the Arizona Wildcats. And definitely, we got to talk about the quarterback that was at Clemson. I know a lot of you guys know him. I call him DJU, and because I get this kid's name Uiagalelei or something like that. I normally get this kid's name messed up, so I just call him DJU. Now, he played at Clemson last season. We know that coming out of high school, he was a 5-star quarterback, and they was expecting a lot of great things from him out of Clemson, but he kind of had an up and down season with Clemson last year, and eventually the other quarterback ended up getting in and end up playing. So pretty much DJU is taking his talents to Oregon State. So it's going to be very competitive this season in the Pac-12. The talent in the Pac-12 at quarterback is crazy, man. So I can't wait to see what these guys are going to do. But DJU, man, on the season last year, he put up 2,521 yards passing. He had 22 touchdown passes, and he had 7 interceptions, and his completion percentage was 62.1. So pretty much the kid had an up and down season last year. Could have put up better numbers than what he put up, but he was kind of on and off with his game. And I think that maybe he just need a change of scenery, and maybe that may be something that will really, really help him out. I can't wait to see what he does in the Pac-12, because the Pac-12 is loaded with some of the best quarterback talent in the nation. Can't wait to see what Shedeur Sanders does with Colorado, what Michael Penix is going to do in Washington. Is he going to rebound and have an even better season? And will Caleb Williams win back-to-back Heisman trophies? Cameron is on the rise. So I can't wait to see what Cam is going to do in Delora and all the rest of these guys, Bo Nix. Make sure you subscribe to Keeping It Raw podcast. Peace.